Okay, welcome to today's class. Today we're going to be doing a kapha reducing flow. So it's going to be a bit more higher energy, you might sweat a little bit, and it's going to be very fun. We are coming at you from Uluwatu, Bali. Got our lovely demonstrating students over here. And today we're going to be doing a lot more high energy movements than some of the other classes that we've done. So increasing pitta, and pitta is the change maker, the fire, the movement, all of that. So we're going to be calling that in to reduce kapha, which is made up of earth and water. And when it's feeling a little out of balance, it can be a little stagnant, tired, all of that. So if you're feeling not very motivated and all of that, this is a great class for when you are trying to reduce that in your life. So we can go ahead and start seated on a bolster or a cushion. That's the only prop you guys are going to need today. So make sure you have a mat, yourselves, and a bolster, and let's get started. So come to seating, or you can also come onto your knees. We're going to start the class with 5 rounds of Mukha Bhastrika to clear out any excess CO2 that might have been built up in the lungs. And this is a very energizing, clearing breath to do. So you can either be seated, or on your knees. And we're going to have our students demonstrate the first one before you guys start, and feel free to gaze forward and look at the screen while this is happening. So have your hands either on your knees or on the floor out in front of you. Inhale through your nose, exhale for a cleansing breath, just normally. Inhale through your nose, and exhale forcefully out your mouth and lean forward. And the goal is to get all of the air out of your lungs, and it might take a few times. And then inhale, come back up with your arms straight. So let's do it again, but get on the same page, exhale out and relax for a second. Inhale through your nose, exhale, fold forward, and forcefully extend all the air out. Inhale, come up. We're going to do that 3 more times. And make sure you can really feel your diaphragm contracting to get all of the air out. And this will make sure that you are really getting the full effects of this breath work. And at the end of your last 4 rounds, come back up to sitting. And just take a few clearing, calming breaths in through your nose and out through your nose. And this is a great breath to also do when you wake up first in the morning, before any practice, anything like that. It's very clearing, cleansing, and energizing. Okay, next we're going to come to all fours on your mat. And then you're going to extend your hips up and back and extend your spine to come into a downward facing dog. And make sure you bend your knees so that you can fully extend your spine here. Exhale all of your air so we get on the same page. And then inhale, lower back down to all fours position. Exhale, extend your hips up and back to a downward dog. Inhale, come back down to all fours. Take yourself through this movement a few more times, and don't be afraid to add in a little bit more organic movement. Bring in that energizing, release any stagnation in your body, any of that. But make sure you stay connected to your breath. Inhaling down to all fours and exhaling back down into downward facing dog. Bringing a little spinal extension, a little hamstring wake up, and starting to begin connecting deeper to our breath. And the next time that you come to downward facing dog, relax back into 1-to-1 breathing and stay here. And once you find your sweet spot, rest in a more static pose. few more breaths here. And towards the end of your next inhale, come back to all fours. And exhale here. Go ahead and lower down so you're lying down on your belly. And bring your hands underneath your shoulders with your elbows bent. Firm up through your legs a little bit. And we're gonna warm up our spine again with a little bit of dynamic cobra. So we're gonna inhale, lift your chest and your head off the ground. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, make sure you use your lower back muscles to lift your head and your chest off the ground. Exhale, lower back down. Pause here for a second. We're gonna do the same exact movement, but we're gonna add in a breath ratio. So we're gonna be working on building the inhale to create a more energized feeling. So we're gonna inhale up for 4, starting off, don't do it yet. Starting off, we're gonna inhale up for 4, exhale up for 4, and then we're gonna gradually build the inhale up for a count of 8. So I'll count you through the first few rounds. To get on the same page, exhale out all of your air here. Inhale up for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale back down for 4, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 7, counting internally. This round's gonna be for 7, the next inhale is gonna be for 8. And make sure that you're keeping your chin slightly tucked to elongate the back of your neck. On your next inhale, when you're in baby cobra, stay here and return to one-to-one breathing for a static hold. And to make sure that you are using your lower back muscles, feel free to lift your hands up off the ground for a little extra buzz. And breathe deeply into your chest here. And make sure to gaze down slightly to keep your neck nice and long. Take a few more breaths here. And on your next exhale, lower down to the floor. Release your hands down by your side and look off to the one side. And take a few breaths into your belly. Turn your head towards the other side, bringing in some balance. Take a few more breaths. Bring your forehead back to center on the mat and replace your hands underneath your shoulders, bending your elbows. And press yourself back to child's pose. And have your knees about mat distance apart with your toes inwards or touching. And press back. Breathe into your belly. Just feel the subtle effects sinking in from your first back bend of the day or the class. If you've already done a back bend this morning or whatever time it is where you're at. When you're ready, walk both hands to the right side of the mat and until you feel a gentle stretch in your left side. And take some nice, deep, slow breaths into the left side as you feel it begin to open up more. Walk your hands off to the left side, taking a moment to pause in the center. And can you continue to walk your hands off to the left until you feel a gentle stretch in your right side. And take some deep breaths here. Welcoming in that opening of extra space and expansion and energizing luminosity. Come back to center. And slowly walk your hands back to come to a seated position. When you're ready, come to standing. This could be in the middle of your mat, works. And the next move I'm going to demonstrate first because it can be a little confusing tying in the breath movement. So we're going to be doing a dynamic chair. We're also going to be working with the breath ratio again. So come to standing with your feet hip distance apart. Exhale out all of your air to get on the same page. Don't do this yet. Inhale, sweep your arms up and sit down. And then you're going to exhale and lower your arms back down, but you're going to stay in the chair pose the whole time. Inhale your arms up, exhale your hands down. So that's what we're going to be working with. So now you guys can do it. Exhale out all of your air here. Inhale, raise your arms up, biceps by the ears, and sit down on the exhale. Exhale, lower your hands down, but stay in the same position. Inhale, stay here, sweep your arms up, biceps by the ears. Exhale, lower your hands back down. Inhale, arms up and come to standing. Exhale, release your hands down by your sides for a moment. We're going to do the same exact movement, but we're going to add in a breath ratio of inhale for 8, exhale for 4 with the same movement. And make sure we stay in the chair pose and we're just working with the breath matched up to our hands. So exhale all of your air here to get on the same page. Inhale, sweep your arms up, biceps by the ears. Exhale, lower down to chair pose as you lower your hands as well. Inhale, raise your arms up for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 8. Take yourself through 2 more rounds, counting internally. Inhale for 8, exhale for 4. And really begin to feel your legs turn on. Maybe that lower voice is happening, that, oh, this is kind of hard, I don't want to do this. Just let it happen, witness it, and know that you're stronger than your thoughts. And you can do it. At this inhale, keep your hands up and return to one-to-one breathing. Maybe sink a little bit lower into the chair pose. Take some breaths into your chest, and again, just become the witness. Kapha reducing classes are meant to be a little bit more challenging, a little bit more invigorating, and to really just settle into knowing that you are strong and that you can do it. Take 3 more breaths here. And on your last breath, inhale, come to standing, and release your arms down by your side on the exhale. Take a moment to pause here. Our first little tapas of class, and tapas is put in classes to intentionally provoke the mind basically, and to burn away your lower mind, of the mind and the inner voice saying, I can't do this, this is too hard, and pushing past that. All right, come to standing at the top of your mat with your feet hip distance apart. Step your left foot back about 1 meter and turn your left foot in about 45 degrees. Square your hips towards the front. Exhale all of your air. A little slippery. And bend into your front knee slightly. Inhale, raise your arms up above your shoulders, biceps by the ears. And then exhale, release your hands down as you straighten your right leg. Inhale, bend your right leg. Sweep your arms up, biceps by the ears. Exhale, straighten your right leg and release your hands down by your sides. Inhale, bend your right leg. Sweep your arms up by your ears. Exhale, straighten and release your hands down by your sides. We're going to do the same exact movement. Pause here for a moment. We're going to do the same exact movement but add in another breath ratio. This time we're going to be inhaling for 6, holding in for 2 at the top, and exhaling for 4 as we bend back down into the knee. All right, to get on the same page, exhale out all of your air here. Inhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold in for 2. Exhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold in for 2. Exhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold in for 2. Exhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 6. Take yourself through 2 more rounds, counting internally. Inhale for 6, holding in for 2, and exhaling for 4. And the next time you are in Warrior 1, stay here and return to 1-to-1 breathing into your chest. On your next exhale, release your hands down as you straighten your front leg and step up towards the front of the mat. Now we're going to do the other side. Step your right foot back about 1 meter. turning your right foot in about 45 degrees and squaring your hips towards the front. We're going to sweep your arms up, biceps by the ears on the inhale. Exhale, lower your hands down, straighten your front leg. Inhale, bend your front leg, sweep your arms up, biceps by the ears. Exhale, straighten and relax back down. Pause here for a moment. You guys know where we're going this time. We're going to do the same movement, add in the breath ratio again. Inhale for 6, holding in for 2, and exhaling for 4. So to get on the same page, exhale out all of your air here. Inhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Holding in for 2. Exhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold in for 2. Exhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold in for 2. Exhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 6. Take yourself through 2 more rounds, counting internally. Inhale for 6, holding in at the top for 2, and exhaling for 4. And the next time that you are in Warrior 1, stay here and return to one-to-one breathing into your chest. Welcoming in that tapas, that energy, the movement, and knowing that you can do it. On your next exhale, release your hands down by your side, straighten your leg, and come to standing at the top of your mat. Taking a moment to feel your body becoming more energized and more luminous. We're gonna add in, or we're gonna welcome in a bit more movement. So stay at the top of your mat. Have your feet about hip distance apart. Exhale out all of your air. Inhale, sweep your arms up, biceps by the ears. Exhale, fold forward, bring your hands to your shins or the floor. Keep your hands grounded. Inhale, lengthen your spine with a halfway lift. Exhale, come to plank. Shift forward, bend your elbows and lower down onto the mat. Come onto the tops of your feet. Inhale, come up to baby cobra, lift your head and your chest up. Exhale, lift your hips up and back to press into downward facing dog. Take 5 deep chest breaths here. And again, if you're tight in your hamstrings, bend your knees slightly, your neck nice and long. Towards the end of your 5th exhale, step towards the front of your mat with your hands staying grounded. Inhale, lengthen your spine with a halfway lift. Exhale, fold forwards, Paschimottanasana, Uttanasana. Inhale, keep your hands grounded. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, come to standing. We're going to do it all again so you guys know where we're going. Make sure you stay connected to your breath as you go through the movements. Exhale out all of your air. Inhale, sweep your arms up, biceps by the ears. Exhale, fold forwards, hands to the mat or your shins. Keep your hands grounded. Inhale, lengthen your spine with a halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank. Shift forward, bend your elbows and lower down to the floor. Come onto the tops of your feet. Use your lower back muscles to press into baby cobra. Exhale, step your feet back, lower into downward facing dog. And take 5 breaths here. Towards the end of your 5th exhale, step up to the front of the mat. Keep your hands grounded. Inhale, lengthen your spine with a halfway lift. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, come to standing, leading with your arms, biceps by the ears. And exhale, release your hands back down your side. We're going to go through one more round of these. Inhale, arms up, biceps by your ears. Exhale, fold forwards, hands to the shin or the mat. Keep your hands grounded. Inhale, lengthen your spine with halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank. Shift forward, bend your elbows and come down to your belly and the tops of your feet. Inhale, come up to baby cobra. Exhale, lift your hips up and back, press into downward facing dog. And breathe here. Towards the end of your 5th exhale, step towards the front of the mat. Keep your hands grounded. Inhale, lengthen your spine with halfway lift. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, come to standing, lead with your arms, biceps by the ears. And exhale, release them back down by your sides. Go ahead and take yourself through 2 more rounds. You guys know where we're going. Stay connected to your breath. One breath, one movement. You got it. When you guys finish this round, release your hands down by your sides and take a few moments. Keep your eyes open here. Come back to your breath a little bit more. And we're going to do one more little bit of tapas to bring the heat and to really burn away any of that stagnation that kapha can feel. So, come to the more center of your mat with your feet touching so that the inner edges of your feet are right up close next to each other. And add in a little warrior three here to really burn it away. You're going to press into the inner edge of your right foot. Bring your hands up, biceps by the ears. Exhale as you lean forward so that your left leg comes off the ground and your leg and your arms are parallel to the ground. Flex your left foot and point your toes down. And gaze down to lengthen the back of your neck. If this is too much for your arms, bring your hands into prayer position in the front of your chest. And breathe here. Welcoming in the shaking. Welcoming in the feeling of maybe not wanting to do this, but doing it anyways. Because that's where the real transformation comes from. Take 3 more breaths here. Inhale, come to standing. Exhale, release your hands down by your side. We're going to do the same thing, other side. So bring your feet back together if they've drifted apart a little bit. Press into your right foot, left foot. Press into your left foot. Inhale, sweep your arms up, biceps by the ears. Exhale, lean forward, bringing your right foot off the ground, trying to get your hands and your leg parallel to the ground. Flex your right foot and point your toes down. And try your best to keep your arms out in front of you, but if you need prayer position, go ahead and take it. And breathe here. And if you fall out, get back in, and that's okay. Make sure to gaze down so that you are lengthening the back of your neck and you're not looking out in front of you. And keep your eyes open here to help create stability. Take 3 more breaths here. Inhale, come to standing. Exhale, release your hands down by your sides. Come to the front of your mat, with your feet hip distance apart. Inhale, sweep your arms up, biceps by your ears. Exhale, fold forwards and bring your hands to either your shins or the mat. Keep your hands grounded. Inhale, lengthen your spine to the halfway lift. Exhale, fold forwards and breathe into your belly here. If your hamstrings are tight, bend your knees a little bit more. Stay here and continue to breathe into your belly. And find stillness. The only thing that should be moving when static holds are your breath. Take 3 more breaths here. Inhale, keep your hands grounded, lengthen your spine with a halfway lift. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, come to standing. Exhale, release your hands down by your side. We are moving into our peak pose. Back bend is our peak pose to create more energy and opening up the heart. So come onto your belly on the mat. Bend your knees so that your feet are pointing up towards the ceiling. And stretch your arms back and grab your ankles or the tops of your feet if you can't reach your ankles. Or you can even grab your shins if that's not accessible. Inhale, using your back muscles. Stretch your head up off the ground and kick into your hands to bring your body up slightly. Breathe into your chest here. And if you're rocking back and forth, that means that you aren't breathing into your belly. So try to really expand your ribs outwards to breathe into your chest. Try to open up your chest, and by kicking into your hands, you'll be able to open up even more. Make sure to gaze down to lengthen your neck. You don't want to be crunching in your neck too much. Take 3 more breaths here, welcoming in the tapas and the expansion that back bends hold. Exhale, release your feet slowly and lower back down to the ground. Looking off to one side and have your hands down by your sides. Breathe into your belly. Look off to the other side, take a few more breaths here. Bring your forehead back to center and your hands underneath your shoulders. Press back up to sitting, or you can just roll over so that you're onto your back. Whichever is more comfortable for you to get back onto your mat, onto the floor. Have your legs extended out in front of you. Bend your right knee into your chest. And use your left hand to slowly guide your right knee over across your body. Welcoming in a gentle twist. And if it's too much, you want to grab a bolster and put it under your knee for a moment. But make sure that your right shoulder is grounded on the ground. And gaze off to the right side. A few more breaths here. And inhale to untwist your body gently, placing your right leg back to the floor. Pausing for a moment in the center. We're going to do the other side. Bring your left knee into your chest. And use your right arm to slowly guide your left knee over. And gaze off to the left side if it feels good for your neck. And breathe into your belly. Make sure that either your right shoulder or your left knee are grounded to create more stability. Take a few more breaths here. Inhale to untwist. And release your arms and your legs down to the floor. And gently come to sitting for our last position before Shavasana. Come to sitting and extend both legs out in front of you. Have your feet about hip distance apart and firm into your legs, and flex your feet. You can move your sit bones out from under you to help with the forward fold, or you can grab a bolster like kapha has here to help you fold easier. Inhale, sweep your arms up, biceps by the ears. Exhale, fold forward and either grab the tops or the sides of your feet. Keep your spine long here. Keep your hands where they're at. Inhale, lengthen your spine with a halfway lift. Exhale, begin to fold forward, and when you feel the top of your spine round, stop there. Keep your chest wide and your neck long, and breathe into your belly. Grounding in all of that movement and energy. Take a few more breaths here. Extend your hands past your feet. And inhale, lead with your thumbs. Come back up to sitting. And exhale, release your hands down by your side. Go ahead and come back onto your backs, lying down on your mat, and set up for Shavasana. Have your feet about hip distance apart and let your feet fall apart. Gently roll under your shoulders to open up your chest, and let your hands fall off to the side, palms facing open. And gaze down just a little bit to keep length in your neck. Breathe into your belly for a few moments. Now bring awareness to your inhales. With each inhale, sense a quality of luminosity and healing into your heart. And with each exhalation, sense releasing of stagnation. With each inhale, sense sense the releasing of any stuck or stagnant energy. Continue to follow your breath. Now release all effort and rest in a gentle pool of luminosity. Begin to come back to your breath. Deepen your breath. Bring in some gentle movement to your fingers and your toes. Stretch your arms up above your head for a spinal extension. And roll off onto your right side and take a few more breaths here. When you're ready, come up to a sitting position on either a pillow or a bolster for some short breath work and meditation. Closing down our eyes once you feel situated. We're going to be working with another breath ratio. All of this breath is going to be in and out through the nose. practice abdominal breathing here to just settle into the space. In through your nose, out through your nose. The ratio that we're going to begin with is an inhale for 6 and exhale for 6. We'll do that for a few rounds that I'll count you through, and then we're going to move into an inhale for 6, holding in for 4, and exhaling for 6. This is a very energizing breath, and on the inhale, I want you to really feel your chest and your heart expand as you fill up. And it's going to be in through your nose and out through your nose. To get on the same page, exhale out all of your air here. Inhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale for 6. Continue for a few more rounds, counting internally. Inhale for 6, exhale for 6. Finish the round that you're on. And we're going to move into the second ratio. Inhale for 6, holding in for 4, and exhaling for 6. Exhale here. Inhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold in for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold in for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold in for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold in for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take yourself through 3 more rounds, counting internally. Inhale for 6, holding in for 4, and exhale for 6. At the end of your 3rd round, release your breath and the technique and come to effortless breathing. Bring awareness to your heart space and sense an almond-sized flame here in the center of your chest. With each inhalation, sense this flame increasing and expanding, filling up your entire chest. With each exhale, sense this flame shrink back down into the almond-sized shaped flame. Each inhale, sense this flame expanding out and enveloping your entire chest space. And with each exhale, sense the flame contracting back down into the almond-shaped flame. Continuing following your breath and the flame as they move together for the next several minutes. Gradually allow your breath to effortlessly become more silent and still, and allow your mind to follow this. Allow your mind to gradually become more still and more silent. Notice that the light is starting to move independently from your breath. How it continues to expand and contract as your breath becomes more effortless and light. Move your awareness towards the center of the flame and release your breath completely. Sense that the flame has a quality of nourishment, energizing, and contentment. Rest here at the center of your heart within this flame and the quality of energizing clarity. Begin to come back to your breath. Begin to deepen your breath. When you're ready, bring your hands to prayer in the center of your chest. Bow your head. Thank yourself for showing up to the mat today. And go about your day feeling energized,